welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. Back here where we need ya. Yeah, the tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome.
Welcome back. All right, give it a stretch. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. That's good. Hopefully that last work session was a productive one for you. For me, not too bad. I'm still piecing together how I want stuff to work because there's certain headers I need to pass into these web sockets, and so I'm kind of working on that. But for this break session, I kind of want to show a project that I created. I forgot to download something. Give me a second here. I had like some sample files I wanted to download. If it shows up, hopefully. Come on, here we go. Okay, yeah. Let me just download these real quick because I wanted to showcase a thing that I built using AI and why I decided to use AI to build this thing. All right. So I'm going to tell a story. All right. So now, folks that may not know, I mentioned this before because a lot of times when I start off these, like my day, I do some post radio show promo stuff. So I have a radio show called Our Show. Been doing it about like 18 years now, I think, coming up. And it's at a local college station here. And so I record the shows and I place them on my website, knowbetterhiphop.com. I'm going to add a link to it. So it'll be next to the recording of the video on untilit.works if you want to check it out. So the website is knowbetterhiphop.com. All right. Now, while we're live, I like to do a live playlist of stuff that we're playing. And so I post to like our social media. So like Twitter, Instagram, Threads, and all that stuff. And so this is our Instagram. I'm going to copy this and paste this link as well. All right, if you want to check it out. Now, so you can kind of see, all right, so yeah, so we play, so these are all the tracks we play because I want people, if they hear something, then they're like, oh, that sounds pretty cool, then they can go to our social media or to the website if we're not live or whatever, and be able to see like, okay, this is who they played. Like, for example, we spoke about Kendra Morris earlier.
By the phone, unlock the top case.
Hopefully you hear that. But so you can see like now playing Kendra Morris, the label and the track. So you can go and follow if you like and check out more. All right. So I do that. Now the post radio show promo stuff comes in where I do like a culmination of the tracks because I do record them. I place them online. So the website, like as you can see here before, so you can listen to the show, the recording of the show. And if you want, you can check out the actual website here. And I have it to where you can listen to each individual track.
To what do we owe this pleasure?
I just got. You can kind of like jump around if you want. My internet is not slow. So, all right. So there's that, right? So again, here. So here's like this is what I post, the post radio show promo stuff. When I always talk about that. So I post to here. And now this is the cover, but then I'm going to go to the next slide. And what I do is I take all the individual ones and I merge them into 3 different files. So there's 6 apiece. We play like 18 tracks every show. And so I have 3 merged videos of 8 tracks of 6, 6 tracks each of the 3, right? And so here's the cover. Then you can see here's this.
Yellow banana clips, red and blue syntax cards, brown skin blades, 21 Adonis, golden touch. I try to
gain a grip on the.
Gonna make the world slow down.
So you can see there what happens. What I do is I take the individual audio track, the videos, that they're short clips that I take, and they're about like 30 seconds a piece. But then to like merge them, I can't have them that long because so I cut them down to like 9-10 seconds, and I can put them all together, right? And so each of the three is like less than a minute, all right? And so now I was using an app to create that on my phone, on this phone here, right? So this is what I use. Now, the thing is, I've got a new phone, and the app that I use to do the trimming and the merging, even though it's another Android phone and another Samsung phone, for whatever reason, that app doesn't work on the new phone. And so I was thinking, oh, okay, well, eventually I'm going to figure out my own way of doing it. And that day was like Friday. All right. So now I've known about a library, right, called FFmpeg, and a lot of different apps and things use it, right? What it can do is it like you can convert streams, you can like clip them, you can like trim them, and you can like merge. So all the things that I want to be able to do, you can do with FFmpeg. And now what's super cool is that FFmpeg, there's a WASM version to where you can use it in the browser, right? And so FFmpeg, let me put a link to this as well. Cool. Okay, so FFmpeg can do what I need to do. And I know it can do what I needed to do because I've used FFmpeg WASM previously quite a bit. You know what I'm saying? So one of them, I created this video to GIF, because for my job, sometimes I'll record video, and if I'm doing like a blog post and I want to show stuff, I'll sometimes a little bit easier and smaller file to create a GIF of it, right? And so I created this. I'm gonna post a link to this. So this is on my untilit.works site, where I just random tools I put there that I create, right? Just how I can have them all in one place. Great. So now I also did like a quick lightning talk about it, also about creating it. And so like a whole lot of stuff there, right? All right, cool, awesome. I kind of talk about how I create it. So I use FFmpeg WASM for it, all right? Now, for this actual site, when I didn't know, let me pull that up. Hold on, go to my Twitter real quick. Now, even on this site, if you ever notice that after break sessions, I'll do like a little highlight reel and I'll post it to my social media accounts. So if you're on my Twitter, share this tab instead. All right, so on my Twitter, you can see here, by the way, I'm in Barcelona coming up soon. So you see that like this video here is like a highlight clip of the things that just happened. All right. And to create this highlight clip, I used another application that I created in StackBlitz. And so, by the way, I'm gonna post a link to my Twitter if you want to check that out as well. Again, it'd be next to the recording of the video on untilit.works. So again, you can check it out here. All right. So what I did was, I'm a big fan of StackBlitz. All right. And so I was like, you know what? Let me code up something pretty quickly that will be able to do these highlight videos for me, and I can just post them. Because again, I'm a big fan of StackBlitz and FFmpeg, and I was able to run it because it all runs in the browser. You know what I'm saying? StackBlitz allows you to run applications all within your browser, so it's pretty secure. And so this is the application I created, right? It is super like basic. It does what I needed to do. Here it is. Here's actually what I just created for the last video I just did. And so I'm able to choose the file. So I get the recording of the break session. It shows up here. And then I set a clip length, and like there's a beginning and end card. All right. And I set the length of those. All right. Or I can put in a URL. And then what I do is there's this set a timestamp. So I'll go through the video and I'll set a timestamp. And I normally set like 5. Then I'll click create highlight. And what it'll do is it will then clip out those clips and then join them together, put an intro, put an outro, and it'll show me the preview here. All right, pretty basic. I'm when I come to stuff for myself, is I just need the basics. I don't need a whole lot of flash or anything. You know what I'm saying? I just need the basics. So all this is done in the browser through StackBlitz and using web FFmpeg WASM. All right. So again, I'm a fan of StackBlitz, right? You know what I'm saying? I check out their stuff every once in a while. And StackBlitz has like an AI code generator called Bolt, right? And so let me put their Twitter handle here as well. I'm gonna make some links, but they also created Bolt. All right, I'm gonna post a link to this Twitter as well. Now, if you notice from that first video there that they have pinned, there's a Bolt.new version 2, Bolt version 2 that was just released. And I was like, you know what? This is a good opportunity because the application I want to create to replace the Android app that doesn't work on my phone that I want to be able to use to create those snippets, you know what I'm saying, and merge them together. I don't want to try and find another app. I'm like, I know I can do it with FFmpeg WASM. It's basically a thing mostly just for myself. And all I needed to do is be able to input some videos, trim them down to this what I want, and then merge them together. And that's all I need, right? And so I've done it before. I've done certain things with FFmpeg WASM, and I was like, I don't want to spend too much time in creating this. I've already done it. I know I can do it. Bolt V2 came out. This might be a cool thing to try with it. And that's what I did. All right. So like I mentioned, I've been a paid subscriber to StackBlitz for a very long time. And it kind of like rolled over into Bolt.new, also my subscription and everything, which is pretty dope. So shout out to them. And so this is the interface for it. I'm going to post a link to this as well so you can check it out. Didn't mean to do that. I'm going to another screen. That's why it keeps popping up. All right. So I added the Bolt.new website. All right. So yeah, again, you can check out V2. You know what? Let's watch the video. We got a little bit of time. Let's watch the video. Basically, what you do is you put in, like it says, type your idea and we'll build it together. And it's pretty dope. If you click plan, before it goes off and do anything, it will like ask you like clarifying questions about the application, and you can like follow up with it and kind of have a discussion back and forth before you go ahead and spend a bunch of credits and tokens in building it out. You know what I'm saying? And then the agent that they have is they have a Claude agent, and then they have like the legacy one. This one from OpenAI Codex, that's coming soon. What I would like to see is like Gemini. That'd be cool too, or what have you. But then here's the legacy one. I've tried the legacy one before, and it's pretty good. I like it. You know what I'm saying? But now is the opportunity to try with the V2. And let's take a look at some of the things, because I'm going to be terrible at trying to explain it. You know what I'm saying? So they have a promo video. And so let's take a look at what they have. All right. So I'm going to share this tab. So this is from their Twitter, which I have linked to before. And let's take a quick view of it. All right, here we go. Let's bring it back to here. Here we go.
Getting stuck in error loops and backend setup has been the biggest problem for Vibe coders in 2025. But today, all of that changes with the launch of Bolt V2. 1 year ago, we launched the Vibe coding revolution from this very office, enabling non-developers to build software for the first time ever, unlocking new possibilities for product teams, agencies, and founders. Since then, dozens of other products have launched in this space, but they've all suffered from some combination of error loops and fragile home-rolled back.
By the way, we saw Lovable earlier. They're a sponsor of the event that I'm going to for the hackathon. And earlier, if you can check back one of the sessions, break sessions earlier, I showed how I created an application in Lovable, and then I took the web components I created for Vonage and dropped them in and had like a video chat app in like no time. It was pretty cool. But you can do the same thing with this also for the Bolt. So here we go.
and configuration, which ultimately blocked you from realizing your full product vision. But 6 months ago, a major breakthrough occurred. AI labs began releasing powerful new AI agents for professional software developers to use that lifted the ceiling of what could be built using AI. You might have heard of some of these like Claude Code and OpenAI Codex. And while these tools are incredibly powerful, they're trapped in terminals, which requires manual setup of your local environment, databases, integrations, payments, and more. And so a few months ago, we asked ourselves, what if we took these new professional tools, added enterprise-grade backend infrastructure, and seamlessly wove them into both simple, familiar, and easy-to-use interface? Introducing Bolt V2. For the first time ever, build with the best agents like Claude Code inside of a simple visual interface. Deep plan.
Oh, cool. Gemini is going to be coming. All right, dope. All right, very nice. But yeah, so you get the idea. All right, so that is the idea behind Bolt V2. All right, cool. Now, basically, like I mentioned, you just type it in here what you're thinking about and try to be as specific as possible. You can plan it out and it'll, you know, ask you questions and clarifying questions and build a little bit more. And then you go and hit build. All right. You can also import from like Figma and GitHub. All right. Dope. So I did that for the idea that I wanted to run. And let me see here. Does it have it? I'm going to see if it has what I wanted to say. I forgot to scroll up. I'm scrolling back to the top. So I can kind of show. All right, so here we go. So here's like the prompt I asked it, right? And so I was like, I would like to create a progressive web application because again, I want to be able to download it to my phone and just it'll show up as an app. That's the amazing thing with progressive web apps. If you've not checked out progressive web apps, check it out. It's like a website that you can download to your phone and it acts like an application. And I know I wanted everything within to work in the browser. So there's no like external like API calls to save any data. Everything is run in the browser, right? So I thought that'd be a really good idea to have as a progressive web app. Bam, I just click a button, it shows up, I do what I need to do. All right. So I can install on a mobile device with HTML, CSS, and vanilla JavaScript. And any project that's like a single use, just like it's a one and done, it does what it needs to do, it doesn't need to do a lot. I always like to do vanilla JavaScript. And I've noticed with a lot of other like AI coding, like Lovable, for example, I asked it to create a telehealth app, right? And I put in the video call stuff. And it defaulted to React. I didn't ask it to do vanilla JavaScript, so maybe it would have done it, I'm not sure, but it defaulted to React. And I've tried other ones, and other ones I would actually say, please do HTML, CSS, and vanilla JavaScript. And they would do React. It's weird. Like the stuff I'm trying to, like React is not needed for this. You know what I'm saying? And so I just wanted something simple. I can just deploy it and we'll be good to go, right? Oh, that's another thing. Deploying, it will publish it for you. So that's what I did. Like I published it and it gave me like a URL and it's living on the web, which is pretty dope. So we'll take a look at that also, right? But here's the application create. So I asked it with vanilla JavaScript that will allow me to upload some videos, order them if need be. I would like a drag and drop interface if possible, and set the duration of each video to trim them that I would like to trim them to. After pressing a button, the clips will be trimmed to the specified duration, can just cut off the excess from the end, and joined together in the order I set. I would then like the ability to download the joined clip, all right? Now, I mentioned I've done something similar to this in the past and used FFmpeg Wasm to have everything run inside the browser and didn't need to make any external API calls. That said, feel free to ask any clarifying questions and anything that I may not have thought of. And please and thank you. You got to be nice, all right? So then I had the plan thing on, and so it said, all right, I'll help you create a plan for this progressive web application. Let me first explore if there's an existing project structure, then I'll ask some clarifying questions, which is pretty dope. All right. So now it does these things here. And I think the cool thing with since Bolt and StackBlitz are the same company, StackBlitz has all these different templates. So you can do like an Angular app, React app, just a Vite app, Svelte, all these different templates, right? I think it may be using those because how it says here, I can see you have a basic Vite starter project. That starter project was the template from StackBlitz. So I think what's happening is it will check the type of application you want to make, see if they have a template, and then clone that template so you have a starting off point that the AI can then use to create the application. I think so. It's not actually starting from like scratch. I don't think. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm not behind the scenes, but I think that's what it is. And then you can see here, it's asking me some clarifying questions, some really good ones also, by the way. So video duration input. When you set the duration to trim each video, do you want to trim from the beginning, the first seconds, or from the end? And I kind of told it, it even said, you mentioned cut off the excess from the end. So I'm assuming you want to keep the first X seconds of each video. So I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. It wanted to make sure, which I can appreciate. You know what I'm saying? And then storage, and it was saying like, it was like, hey, some of these files, these video files may get huge. You sure you don't want to do a database? And Bolt has a database that you can use. And I was like, no, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So then like, I don't need that. And then the video format, and this I didn't mention, you know what I'm saying? And so it was cool that it asked. It said, do you have a preferred output format for the final join video? MP4 WebM. And the app I used did MP4. It's just a little bit easier for me to be able to upload. And then also, I didn't even think about, should there be any quality / compression settings the user can adjust, or should it be default by default reasonable settings? And I kind of responded back, and I was like, you know what? That is a good idea. I wanted to be able to set the quality and compression would be good to have. All right. And I asked MP4. Great. And it says, perfect. Thank you for your clarifications. Now I have a clear understanding of your requirements. Here's a comprehensive plan. So it brought out the plan, everything you needed, right? Talking about the video upload management, all these things, dope. You know what I'm saying? Really thorough. And again, the progressive web stuff. By the way, it generated the app logo, the icon that will show up like when I install it on my device. And it's pretty cool. It was a pretty good one. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go with that. And so it did all the stuff you need for a progressive web app. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have to worry about that. I've done it before. There's certain steps you need to do and stuff. I didn't have to worry about it because it did it for me. All right. And all that stuff. And then it gave me a summary and it did it. And then I did it and it went through, it installed the stuff. Now there were some issues going back and forth. Like I had some weird chorus thing, whatever. We were able to get it worked out and I was able to publish it. All right. And so here it is. Now, like I mentioned, I have it published somewhere. I thought I put it somewhere. Where did I put it? Hold on. I'm just going to open up through. So again, so I published it and any other change. So you can put your own custom domain, which is dope too, and you can update. All right. But I didn't make any changes, I don't think. Let me see here. And then here's like the code editor, which is pretty cool. And you can go through and change some stuff if you need. Now, if it's like still thinking and it hasn't like finished anything, you can't edit the code, which kind of makes sense. You don't want to mess anything and it would like screw it up. And so let me go and take a look at the site. So here it is. All right. Let's switch to that. I made a shortener because I'm never going to remember that thing. And if I ever need to, again, I have it installed on my devices, so I don't really need to remember the website, but I created a shortened link and it's Dwayne.in is my like URL shortener, like redirection link. And I called it merge videos. Merge video or merge videos. I did both. I'm gonna post a link to that. It'll be next to the recording of video as well, so you can check it out. Because I don't mind this being out, you know what I'm saying? Because it's all done in the browser. So it's not like anybody can run up an API bill for me or anything, you know what I'm saying? Try to create long videos or any of that stuff. Like it's done in your browser. So do with that what you will, right? And so I figured, so I just downloaded some clips from the show yesterday, and I'm going to add them so you can kind of see how this works, all right? And the styling is nice. I like it. Like it came out very nice. Like again, you saw what I did. If it was just for myself, it's just the basics, right? But it did a very good job of styling it. You know what I'm saying? And like even here, like the subtle things, like when you mouse over it, it kind of like shifts up and lets you know like, hey, you're there. So you can click and drag and stuff there, right? You can drop videos in there. And then also what I like is that, you can like reorder these if you want, which is pretty cool, right? And I can delete them. I can set the thing. So I'll show what I normally do, right? So I set these for like 9 seconds a piece. I can clear them if I want. If I want to delete one, I can do that there. And then here's that output, the settings, which was, again, pretty dope. And what's cool is, oh, I can't, I won't let this run further. But then you can see and it tells you like, hey, low compression, it's a smaller file. There's a balanced one and a better quality. And you can do a custom one where you can set the bit rate. And it has one for you already. That is pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? Like it just did that for me. Like that was like an added bonus. You know what I mean? And so let's process the videos. Now, what I like about it, it tells you like how many they're doing, and they show you a console log and it shows you what it's doing as it's doing it. That's pretty dope. Now, the ones I created, I don't have a console log. I just normally open up the console, the developer console, and look there. But it's kind of cool that it put it there for me. And it tells you the progress of it, which is pretty dope. I just have like a little percentage thing. It has a percentage there on my own, but it shows you like as it's going through. I thought that was pretty dope. Like it really thought of the user experience. You know what I'm saying? Whereas if it's my own stuff, don't care. I just need it to work. You know what I'm saying? But for it to do that, that's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? And then, so it's going to be almost done. Again, all this is in the browser. So I'm not making any like external API calls. It's secure because no data is being sent anywhere. It's just doing it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's pretty amazing what we can do here. So again, it's going through. So it's merging the videos now, and it gives you the step-by-step. That's pretty dope. And here it is. All right. So here you can see here, that was the first one, Outcast, greatest group of all time. And it gives me a thing you can check out. And then you can download my app. Like I just click here and download it. You know what I'm saying? But it's nice that I asked it for a download button, and so it gave it to me, which is pretty dope. It's kind of nice. A nicety to have. And so here it is. Let's go ahead and play this. Now, yeah, so like 9 seconds a piece, like 36. Sometimes things, you know, round up or whatever, but like, so 9 seconds a piece. So that should be 9 times 4, 36. And it got to like 37. Sometimes there's like a little rounding error or what have you, right? But for me, it's fine. Again, I'm just posting to social media quickly. All right. Now, I'm going to click play here.
Enough for breath. I'ma keep returning, I ain't earn the rest. Return until I learn the rest. I watch the game, but I ain't laying bets. My record's playing while I lay in bed.
Another thing I noticed also, I downloaded these because quickly I uploaded to my Google Drive, and I downloaded it on my computer here so I could go upload it here. I've noticed if there's like compression on it already, like I try to do it with, this is one of the issues I had before. Like I just downloaded videos that I posted on my Instagram, and I was trying to run the project to test it out, and it would keep coming up with weird time length, kind of like how this is 37 when it should be 36. It was pretty off pretty badly. And I think it's the compression maybe of the thing that's kind of messing it up, possibly. I don't know a lot about like video compression, all these things, so I think that could be an issue. So the more compressed it is, I think it throws off FFmpeg WASM. You know what I mean? And so that's why it rounds up maybe or something. I don't know. 'Cause I was having an issue before, and I was out back and forth with Bolt. You know what I'm saying? We're going back and forth. I'm like, I don't understand why this is not working. And I was like, you know what? Let me, I published it. I was like, let me try publishing it. And I used the actual recording files from my phone, and it worked out fine. I was like, oh, okay. It was like a weird compression thing from the Instagram or whatever. And I think that's maybe why it's off here as well. Neither here nor there. It works. It's kind of awesome. I can download it. I can start over again, and it just works. And it didn't take that long. You know what I'm saying? And it does what I needed to do, which is what I think a lot of like my idea of the vibe coding or whatever is. You know what I'm saying? Knowing what you want and the building blocks that you want to use, you can have an AI put something together, start off point, and then you can refine it from there. You know what I'm saying? And because like, again, I'm not making any money from this. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to have to go and spend too much time researching again. Like, all right, I got to set up the progressive web app. I got to do this other stuff. Like I mentioned, I am preparing to go to a hackathon. And so I would rather spend my time in doing that than this random tool for a hobby of mine. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, it came out dope. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm a fan. You know what I'm saying? It did what it needed to do. Shouts to Bolt. Bolt V2 is pretty dope also. I didn't have any issues with V1 because, again, a lot of my stuff is like simple. And I just want to get, so I already kind of know what I want to do. I just don't want to do it. And so it will do it for me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's really good. And if you have a chance, you want to check it out. I have links to everything there of all the stuff I talked about. And yeah, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. All right. Now, let me get y'all back to work so I can get back to work because, like I mentioned, I want to create this sample app that I can go for this hackathon coming up in Barcelona. And so, yeah. All right. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to send y'all off with some traveling music. This right here is one of my favorite producers of all time. Goes by the name of Nujabes. It's featuring another dope artist that goes by the name of Apani B. It's called Thank You. Thanks for hanging out. And let me know if you've created any vibe coding stuff. You know what I'm saying? How that turned out for you. Let me know your experience and what you used. All right. Thanks for hanging out. Again, this is Nujabes featuring Apani B. Thank you. When we come back, we'll take a look at an artist's website, listen to music. Maybe you'll become a fan, like we're a fan. All right. So again, thanks for hanging out. Did I do this right? It came up weird. Hold on. Give me a second here. Why didn't I come up? It's fine. We'll roll with it. All right. Apani B on a Nujabes track. Thank you. All right. Thanks again, y'all. Y'all be easy. Peace.
But let me start from the heart. I just want to stay. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. But let me start from the heart. I just want to stay. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life.